Hi, this is Jan Chalikis again. Towards the end of this video you will see why marketing is extremely powerful, but it has other lessons about packaging and about naming of the products, plus losing weight.
Do you ever eat a whole bag of chips when you're not even that hungry? Why? Well, maybe there's something going on that you're not aware of. Finding out what it is could help change the shape you're in. At Cornell University, diners head for lunch at what looks like a restaurant but is really a lab where students prepare to observe them as they eat. The diners are guinea pigs for research to uncover the secrets of our eating habits.
There's pasta alla bolognese.
Check out this test.
You can take as much as you want.
On this day, they tell the test subjects you can have a free meal if you simply rate the food for us.
Have a good lunch.
Then the man in a blue shirt, acting as a waiter, says,
"Go ahead and get some water over there and I'll bring your right over."
That's an excuse for him to take the plate and secretly weigh it. There's a scale under that flowered cloth before bringing it to the diner and then doing this unappetizing thing.
That's gross.
To diner after diner.
I'll get you another plate. I don't feel comfortable like giving this to you.
That gets them to take a second plate and serve themselves again. But the trick is that the second plate is bigger.
Enjoy.
This test is not about rating the food. It's about whether people take less food when they have smaller plates. This woman thought she put more food in a smaller bowl.
I actually noticed I put more in the smaller pasta bowl than I did in the larger plate.
But the opposite was true. She and most everyone put 25% more food on the bigger plates. We're not aware of what we're eating?
Oh, it's amazing. We eat with our eyes, not with our stomach.
Food psychology professor Brian Wansink runs the lab that's been doing this research. And now he's written up the results in a book aptly called Mindless Eating.
We really don't pay much attention to what we eat or how much we eat.
Well, I think I'm paying attention. I'm sure concentrating while I'm shoveling it in.
Well, most people believe that we know when we're full. Well, we don't really know when we're full.
So use small plates?
Oh, absolutely, because these are mindless ways to actually control how much we eat.
His tests also found that people pour less liquid into tall, skinny glasses than short, wide ones. Would even a professional bartender fall for that?
Pour the amount of whiskey you pour here if you're going to be pouring a whiskey in the rocks.
Wansink asked the owner of this bar to pour a shot into both kinds of glasses.
There we go.
All right.
Were they equal shots? Watch what happens when Wansink pours them into measuring beakers.
Ah, look at that.
He had poured much less into the tall, skinny glass.
That's quite a difference.
It's almost half as much. In fact, when Wansink asked dozens of bartenders to pour, they averaged a third more liquor in the short, fat glasses.
I guess I'm going to have to buy more taller glasses.
Think of the implications of that idea on design of packaging. For example, they want to have the cell phones appear smaller. They want to have the cereal boxes appear larger. And that has an effect on how perspective works and how you design the product packaging.
We've got all sorts of leftovers from the week of shooting.
For another test, during a marketing class, Wansink passed out bags of wheat thins, telling the students they're leftovers.
Help yourself. Make it a breakfast if you wish.
In truth, his researchers had carefully created different kinds of bags, weighing them and putting 44 wheat thins in some bags, 11 in others. Half the class got one big bag, the other half 4 separate bags of 11 each.
If you can bring your wheat thins down to the front here, we'll pick up your questionnaire, and we'll also want to take a look at weighing your wheat thins.
When they weigh the remaining wheat thins to see how many were eaten during class,
78.
they find that the students with one big bag down 50% more crackers than students given 4 smaller bags.
There's a real tendency to kind of continue to mindlessly eat because there's no place to tell you it's time to stop until you hit the bottom of that bag.
When people are distracted, we often eat like dogs that keep chewing as long as there's food in front of them.
Our nature is to eat as much as we can, as fast as we can.
It's something to think about, he says, when you're watching TV. Don't bring in the full bag of junk food. Just put some in a bowl. Then you have a stopping point. You have to get up if you want more.
Most people believe they overeat because they are really, really, really hungry or because the food is really, really, really good. What we find is that these two things are probably the last things that influence how much a person usually eats.
What we see is a bigger influence. For this test, he offers people jelly beans and M&Ms.
I haven't had my chocolate yet today, so.
After dozens of tries, he's found that when you alter the snacks so there's less variety, people eat much less. In this test, on his own marketing students, snacks were put against the wall, and on one wall, the jelly beans and M&Ms are separated by color. So instead of that appealing variety, you get just, say, blue M&Ms.
Just changing the colors of M&Ms ends up increasing how much people take by about 50 to 70%.
And this even works on your students who know you're doing a test.
This works on everything. That's why these cues are so powerful that even when we know these, we end up getting tricked.
There's a cereal called Fruit Loops that follows that idea that the more colors you have there, the more appetizing it is. And notice the amount of how much more they eat. 50 to 70%. We're talking about serious amounts of money.
It's why people eat more at buffets, he says. Seeing so many choices makes us eat more. Also, get this, just changing food names changes how much we'll eat. At a school cafeteria, they did things like relabeling beef chili Grandma's Rich Beef Chili. Vegetable chili became Garden Fresh Vegetable Chili. Macaroni and cheese, Creamy Macaroni and Cheese. Students bought 27% more of the fancier named foods.
We had people not only buy more, but afterwards, when we asked them to rate how well they liked the food, they rated it as tremendously more tasty.
Even kids actually ate their dreaded peas when Wansink relabeled them Power Peas, and they drank much more vegetable juice when it was renamed a Rainforest Smoothie.
You can see the power of marketing here. By changing the name of the product, nothing else, just the name, they increase sales by 30 to 40 to 50%, whatever he says. It's a serious amount of money. But the more crucial point is that they actually thought that the product tasted better. Not only that they bought more, they actually thought that it tasted better. That's very crucial on the power of marketing.
It's unbelievable how suggestible our taste is. I'm Brian Wansink.
To demonstrate that, Wansink tricked some of our own staff, 7 of 2020's college interns. First, he added some chocolate sauce to vanilla yogurt. Then he told the students,
We're going to be doing a little strawberry yogurt taste test.
Okay.
on the table he had some strawberry yogurt containers.
If you could put your blindfolds on.
The students put on blindfolds, tasted the yogurt, and then Wansink asked them to compare the strawberry tastes.
I think they both tasted really strong with strawberry.
All the students were certain they were eating strawberry yogurt.
This one had a much stronger strawberry taste to it.
Oh, it just tasted more like strawberry.
With this woman, Wansink tried something different.
We're going to be tasting a couple of different kinds of yogurts today.
Okay.
He didn't tell her what flavor it was, so when he asked her to rate the strawberry taste...
Honestly, I didn't notice it's strawberry.
Okay, good.
And yet, by the time I interviewed the group, she too had accepted the idea that she'd eaten strawberry.
When you, follow up with a question which one is more strawberry, I was I had to choose one.
They all believed it was strawberry. Actually, none of them was strawberry. It was vanilla yogurt with chocolate sauce.
Stop.
That can't be.
What do you mean it can't be?
Well, I thought I tasted strawberry. I guess also when I opened my eyes, the two yogurts in front had a strawberry on the box.
I think you're joshing us right now. I do. Because I feel like there was definitely a taste of strawberry.
No, it was vanilla yogurt with chocolate sauce. But you thought it was strawberry. Why?
It tasted like strawberry. I swear it did.
And that's where the power of marketing lies. People will believe whatever we tell them. If we tell them that this is the cheesiest, they believe that it's cheesiest. If we say that this has strawberry, they believe that it has strawberry. So we manipulate them. Well, that's a very strong word. We tell people what to believe. We create the perceptions. And they almost have no choice but to believe us. They'll believe anything.
The moral to these stories, says Wansink, is that we are much less taste sensitive than we think we are.
We don't want to really believe that we are duped or fooled by something as simple as the little bitty cues around us in the environment.
Instead of letting those cues rule us, he says we'll eat less food if we just do things like slow down the pace at the dinner table, use chopsticks with Chinese food, for example, or if we put snacks in smaller bags so there's a stopping point, if we use smaller plates, smaller spoons for that ice cream, and tall, skinny glasses for drinks, and if we remember that variety, say at a buffet, leads us to eat more. Just making those little changes, he says, over a year can make a big difference for people.
They just say, geez, man, I weighed 15 pounds less than I did last year. Something happened. Must be me.